Today's video is all about my productive morning routines. I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours. There is nothing that I think is more beneficial to my life and to my mental health and to my work-life balance than my morning routine, and it really sets me up for the day. And I like to get nitty-gritty with how I handle my morning routine. So let me get into how I do my morning routine, what I do in my morning routine, the times I do my morning routine, how my morning routine has evolved as my business has grown, etc. Something that I definitely have noticed over the years is that as my business grows and changes, so does my morning routine. So I'll start at the beginning. When I first started my blog, I was a college student. I was a sophomore in college, and my morning routine was honestly crazy. Like, I don't know how I did this as a college student, but I would get up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I would immediately basically like get out of bed and I would start working on my blog. And I would use those early morning times. I think my first class was at like 8:30. So I had basically from like 5:45 when I got out of bed to like 8 o'clock to actually do blogging work. And so I was able to get a really big chunk done. I know for me, which again, I could do this because I was a college student, like getting out of the dorm room was so important. So whether you get out of your bedroom and you go to your office in your house or your kitchen island or whatever it is, I think that that was really helpful in just getting me out of that mindset on like, no, okay, this is not sleeping time, this is now working time. And I knew that I didn't have a lot of time in my day, and so finding those little niches, I don't know if that's even the right way to say it, of time was crucial to me even being able to do that. And then I would find little times throughout the day, but that phase of my life was strictly just growing the blog, and I would probably handle it the same way even if it wasn't blog related. Like, I guess I kind of, weirdly enough, I kind of still do handle it that way. Okay, so let me move on to the next one and I'll pull it back how I still handled it that way a little bit. Oh, I also think that the morning is a great time to capitalize. I often see like parents being like, I have kids, like I'm so busy, I don't know how I'm supposed to do a blog or get my blog started and raise my kids and work. I think that's really tricky, but I think that you have to make decisions whether like, is sleep more important to you, or is growing a business that can lead you to quit your job so you can spend more time with your kids more important to you. And maybe that's getting up an hour earlier so that you can work on your blog, or social media, whatever it is. Then I graduated, and then I started having like an actual team. And what was weird about the team is that the business has started to evolve. And so I almost was like, the blog was the main thing, but at the same time, like between the hours of 9 to 5, it was more, that was like growing the business in other directions, not necessarily the blog. And so I was still trying to fit the blog into the morning and the night and not necessarily in the workday, which is bizarre now that I think about it, but it worked for me. And I think really what it comes down to is I was also able to grow the businesses because I was working like 24/7. But I didn't really have a routine like I do now. Like now my routine is like, well, how many times can I say I'll get into it? But basically in the beginning parts of my business, I would always have the mornings where I would work on the blog. Like those were my time alone where I would sit and I would write blog posts and I would do Pinterest and I would keyword research and I would do my content calendars, etc. Okay, now I'm at a point where now I'm really trying to make my morning routine and my night routine less worky, and then my actual day is the stuff that I've spent on the blog and on content calendars and on my other businesses. So this is exactly what my morning routine looks like now. My alarm goes off. I actually have 2 morning routines based on if I work out in the morning or if I don't work out in the morning. So I'll go through both of them because I love hearing this for other people. So let's start with the workout morning routine. I wake up, my alarm goes off at 5:10. I get out of bed at 5:20, and then I get dressed and I leave the house at 5:37 normally for my 6 a.m. workout class. My 6 a.m. workout class is 45 minutes. So I'm out of there at 6:45, and then I go across the street and I get a tea. This is like this is crucial for me, okay? And this was such a game changing. I look forward to it now every time I work out. I go into the coffee shop and I get my tea to go. I then go and I sit my butt back in my car and I blast the heat and I edit videos from the previous day. And I just sit in my car for like an hour and I just edit in quiet. And before I was like struggling with when do I actually like edit videos, and you could do the same thing with writing content or whatever it is, but right now the thing that takes up a lot of my time is editing videos. And so having that silent hour 3 days a week and just getting the videos edited is so great. I then get home, usually I get home around 8 at this time, and I just absolutely like hit it getting ready. So I shower and I do my makeup and I do my hair, and usually that takes me like 30 minutes, and then I have about 20 minutes to clean up my house, and then I have 10 minutes to either drive to work or like sit down and plan out my day. Obviously those workout days go way faster because I'm losing an hour. My non-workout days, I don't work out at all. So I'll sometimes go on a walk, but right now it's midwinter, so I'm really not going on a walk. But I will wake up at 5:45. I'll actually get out of bed at 6, and I'm filming my morning routine. So I still am working, but at least I'm able to do it in a way where I'm still minding my own business. It just takes me longer because I'm having to move the camera, and things just take longer when you're filming it. But I'm still able to do what I want. So get out of bed at 6, and then from 6 to 6:30, I'm usually like planning out my day, and I have my planner pulled up, whether it's my physical planner or my iPad planner, and I'm really writing down every single detail. I'm time blocking my day. I'm checking my Google Calendar to make sure I have all the meetings scheduled that I need to, and I'm checking emails to make sure that there's not anything urgent. I then start tidying up. I have a tidying up routine. We are not cleaners at night, we're cleaners in the morning, and so I go through and I clean the living room, any dishes that need to be done. If the dishwasher needs to be unloaded, I do that. I then go upstairs and I make my bed. On the days that I don't work out, I don't need a shower or wash my hair, so then I go, and it takes me way less time to do my makeup and hair. And then usually I'm ready to actually start working at like 8:15 those days, which is so nice. So that's kind of how my schedule has evolved. And then obviously now I do this full time, and so I'm able to like fit in more of the blogging tasks during the day. Right now for me, it is currently 9 o'clock on the dot, and I've already been at the office for an hour filming blogging videos. And so I'm able to just adjust my schedule a lot more to work for me, but I still did my entire morning routine. And at this point, it's like religious for me. Like if I don't do my morning routine, it just throws off my day, and I would rather, like, I look forward to now getting up early because I just feel so much better than if I was to get up later. So that's a rundown on my productive morning routine. I have videos every day. I film my morning routine on my TikTok. So if you're interested in actually seeing it in action, and we'll put some over this, but if you're interested in seeing it in action, definitely go to my TikTok and you can see it. Of course, I adjust it every single day based on just what's going on in my life, but most of the time I follow that rubric, and it has been game-changing for my life. Also, another hack is just filming my morning routine makes me so much more productive. So if you need to be more productive in your life, start filming your routines and you'll get a lot more done. Okay, like I said, I could blah, 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 blah about that all day long because I just think it is so life-changing to get your routines in order. Another book, if you're like interested in getting your morning routine, read Atomic Habits and read or Mel Robbins, I think it's called 5 a.m. routine or 5-second rule or something. But both of them are basically like, when the alarm goes off at 5:45, do you want to get out of bed? No, you don't want to get out of bed, but do it because it will make the rest of your day better. Yeah, I'm obsessed with morning routines. I love them. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you have any other video suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I know this was like, usually I'm around like blogging or social media type of tips. I know this was slightly different, but it totally still is in the same realm of things. So I hope that was helpful for you. I will see you at next week's video.